All right, here we are at a beautiful Albany, Oregon afternoon. Spud Man drove quite a ways up here to the great north and just looking at a beautiful, farthest north I'm going to go this trip, beautiful 1934 Ford 5-window coupe, all steel, all Henry steel car. I'd call this one a traditional hot rod is what I'd call it. It's got a lot of good old school style or resto rod style, but it's just got those hot rod modifications that make it feel just right. And they were done just right too. As I walk around, I'll tell you what I know and what I see, like I generally do. But very, very nice car, finished in Viper Red. Car was completed in 2014, and it's the type of car you can drive. It has 8,900 miles on it. It's a very reliable hot rod, nice horsepower, body off style restoration, and again, traditional style modifications. In other words, the chop and stuff that we talked about, but we'll go over that in just a minute. But traditional straight axle on the front, Posey springs, 4-bar in the front, parallel leaf springs in the rear, Ford 9-inch rear differential kind of thing. Very nice Dodge Viper Red though, just beautiful, almost a wet look to it. Very straight, very professional finish on it, all leather interior. We'll come around and go around like I usually do. One of the things I like to talk about, when these cars are chopped, they got to be chopped right. They got to have the right look and the right feel, and this one's just got that great chop to it. But one of the other things is really hypercritical on these cars is they left the 3 hinges, and it's often hard to reposition those when you do these, and a lot of guys will go to just 2 hinges, and then you end up with saggy doors. This car, saggy doors, not drawers. The doors shut just right on this car. It's very, very sweet. The windshield still cranks out like it's supposed to. It's had vintage air added, so the cal vent's been filled here because it's really not functional, but the window cranks out like it's supposed to. Nice little peep mirror only over on the driver's side here. Still has its factory door handles, hood sides, grille, trim, bumpers, that kind of thing. So just subtle modifications that make it a hot rod style resto rod. Has polished American torque thrust wheels on it, Firestone tires on the front here, but you can tell the level of detail. You can see the reflections. We actually are trying to miss some rain today, but look, you can actually see the clouds in the fender here. The finish is very nice on this car. This gentleman is very, very picky and likes his cars just right. Meticulous is what I'd call it. 8,900 miles on it again, so you can drive it. The grille and bright work on this car is just beautiful. We'll get you up close here. Actually, I'm hearing a little thunder, so we're getting this done just about right. Traditional style bumpers in the front here. I think those stanchions have been shortened a little bit. It's got hidden little turn signals up front here. The LA Roadster sticker on the headlight there. The chin is very nice on it. The paint, again, very picky, and he has a quarter of the red Viper that matches it, or the Viper Red touch-up paint. Paint stores are very proud of that. They charge a lot for that. Headlights, I like the later model halogen head beams on it because it just brings that grill out. You could easily switch to commercial style headlights if you wanted, but I like the feel of that. Factory hood sides, but the finish on this car is, like I said, it's just like almost like a wet look. Beautiful, beautiful finish on it. A lot of paint on this car. All steel running boards, probably reproduction running boards, I'm sure. Sometimes they'll re-vulcanize originals. Again, all steel. They did correct black belt fender welting here. Again, the 3 door hinges. I'm going to show you the door here. All the keys and the locks work on it like they're supposed to. He went through and rekeyed the whole car. You'll see the finish inside and out here. We are actually going to get rained on. It won't be much. It won't melt, right? Very nicely done dash. It's got a little bit of an extension down at the bottom there, which is nice for the vintage air. Glad I got to cover the finish. 700 R4 automatic overdrive. I forgot to cover the hood. I started thinking about paint and stuff. 383 stroke, 383 V8 in 350 V8 underneath the hood. 383 cubic inches. Dart Iron Eagle heads. Eagle crankshaft, balanced. Very, very high-end, vertically pleated interior. The seat slides all the way forward so you can get in the back here. Nice headliner. 700 R4 automatic overdrive transmission. I'm going to go ahead and push this back. It's hard to sometimes do with one hand. I'll let you put the seat back if you want for me. I can't get it done with one hand. I don't want to shut the door on it. I'll get Buster to slide his seat back there. Slides back really easy. I just want to even up his seats and show you there. Those look to be like Camaro style bucket seats in it. I want to show you the door again here. One finger shut. There are no flaws to speak of on the paint here, so if you see a little bit of a spot, it's probably a raindrop because it's happening right now. Back window is a flush fit window now. It won't crank down anymore. Got a great chop on it. 9-inch rear differential, front disc brakes. Power, manual disc brakes, but it's got plenty of braking power drum in the rear. Again, rear bumpers on the back. Those stanchions have been shortened, so the bumper's nice and tight to the body. Dual lamps that are polished stainless. The exhaust exits out the back here, really nice. Hang on, we're going to cover the undercarriage and stuff for you here. All steel. Nice little chop. Got to get this done in one take because of the weather, guys. So if I made a mistake, live with me. Go to spudsgarage.com. There'll be some great photos of this car. Did I miss anything, Buster? No? I'm going to have you hold the door here so I can share the interior. Again, this is an all leather interior. It's just a beautiful high-end interior. The Dyno Sheet comes with the engine we spoke about also. It's got power windows. It's got air conditioning. He likes all his stuff to work in his cars, and he wants them reliable because it's generally just him and his wife going for a cruise, not with buddies or anything like that. No backup crew. Seat belts for both driver and passenger. I want to be helping him wipe down his car here in just a minute. Glovebox here has a little 12-volt outlet over on the side here for you. Nice smooth matte finish dash. I like the feel of that. Again, this opens. I'm not going to open it. Vintage air down there. Leather shift boot. Starts up with a twist of a key. I'll probably do the undercarriage in the shop. 8,921 miles since it was built. So it's been driven about a couple thousand miles a year, which is bitchin'. You know you can drive it. Banjo style steering wheel. Tilt steering column. Nice little courtesy light up top here. Get out and let you hear it run. Oh, I forgot to show you the LEDs in the dash. Left turn signal, right turn signal. Get out of here. I'm gonna let you get it back in the garage here in just a minute, Buster. Hey, go to spudsgarage.com. Hang on to the end of the video. We covered a lot on this car, and thanks for watching me. Have a great day. All right, Buster's gonna fire it up and turn it around here for us. There's a lot of room in that car. He's a fairly tall guy, so am I. 383 stroker's just sweet. All right, we'll get you in the trunk here. Man, oh man, this car all the way through is just very nice. You'll like this ride. Anyway, the leather upholstery follows through. It's a high-end interior in this car. The carpet, it's like a German square weave in a finer sense, but we'll call it a loop weave. Very nicely done. The tan leather or saddle leather in here is very nice. You'll see where they put the pockets in the centers here, that kind of thing, and it kind of goes along the vertical pleats with the interior of the car. There's a nice little piano hinge. This thing's heavy duty here too. I'll get it open here. Turn it the right way. A lot of guys will just do a Velcro panel or something. This is actually very heavy here. It's kind of nice, and it's got a key that you can lock it. You can put your goodies in the back here. It's got Dynamat sound insulation in the back of the seat. Optima yellow top battery. It has one of those little toggle switches underneath the dash, and that's what that solenoid is there for. It's just a little tip switch. You tip it one way, power's on, another way it's off. Some of you guys will know what I'm talking about. Ron Francis wiring system in it. We'll get that underneath the dash. You've probably already seen me cover that. All right, as you noticed during the walk around, the rain came in on us, so we're going to cover the engine compartment and the undercarriage here of the car in this gentleman's garage, and you can kind of get a feel. Mr. Clean lives here. Not a drop leaks under this car. He cannot stand a drop, so it's dialed in just right and reliable, like we talked about during the walk around. 350 Chevy small block that's been stroked with a Eagle crankshaft in it, so it's 383 cubic inches. It's a standard bore block. We have the spec sheet on it. Has absolutely no overheat issues or that type of thing. I've got a little summary down here that I'll cover in just a minute. It has an Edelbrock air gap polished intake manifold on it. It has a Street Avenger carburetor on it. MSD Pro billet distributor. A lot of nice billet stuff here. It's just ball milled, very nice and subtle, just clean. Sanderson long tube headers on it. Has wire separators here, aluminum ball milled. I believe that's a Billet Specialties belt drive. I don't know that for sure, but looking at the pulleys and the ball milling and the design, I've seen enough of them to tell you it probably is. The firewall itself has got a nice recess in it. It almost looks like a Bitchin' Products firewall. It's steel. The car's all steel. There's a VIN down here on the frame, and there's also one over on the other side of the engine compartment. The steering's been nicely done into a unisteer style rack and pinion steering on it. Down here, I don't know if you can see it, I'll cover it here in a minute. Dropped axle in the front. Anyway, ceramic coated headers, 2.5 inch exhaust all the way to the back bumper. This engine is not crazy rebuilt, it's just right. I mean, it's stroke crankshaft, Eagle crankshaft, the Dart cylinder heads, roller rockers, but really a nice, subtle, reliable horsepower kind of car. Cooling products, engine cooling fan on it. I'm sure I'm missing something, but I have looked at the spec sheet, and if you hang on, we'll show you the file there that comes with it. Has a Walker radiator with the electric fan. He runs Joe Gibbs H510 1040 oil, 5 quarts of it. So Joe Gibbs racing oil basically is what that is. Again, meticulous. Nicely meticulous. He's got header wrap in needed areas, that kind of thing. There's actually an access pocket on the other side for the pillow block for the steering here down low. I'll cover it with you. You'll see that in the undercarriage when I go around. Some may ask me what that is. Again, the paint you can see in the garage here is just awesome. We talked about it on the walk around. Over on this side here, you'll see it has vintage air conditioning. That's the sand and air compressor. It's polished AC compressor. Again, the billet engine drive or the billet belt drive on it. All the lines are run down here. He's done a very nice little heat shield that protects the hoses from the exhaust header there, that protects the AC and the heater hoses. Heat shield on the fuel line. Mechanical fuel pump. Again, just a traditional style hot rod. Nice smooth horsepower. You've heard this car run. Heck, I'll probably fire it up here in just a minute and let you hear it in the garage here. The finish on the firewall and that kind of thing is just like the rest of the car. 700 R4 automatic overdrive. John's Ford 9-inch rear differential. Custom fitted to the parallel leafs and width-wise. The wheel wells fit nice. Again, the Pro billet distributor. Ron Francis wiring on it. Make sure I didn't miss anything. It has a comp cam. Got a little notes here from the owner. Great street engine, nothing crazy. Sounds sweet too. Anyway, you've heard it by now. At least running during the video. I'm gonna go around here. Hey, Buster, would you mind firing it up for me so I can give him a feel here in the garage?
You want me to close the trunk hood?
No, it's okay. Are you okay starting it with the hood sides up?
Yeah.
Might be a little bit of a long video, but I'm having fun up here in Oregon. This is a beautiful day. Very nice. Again, no overheat issues at all. There you go. Hang on to the end of the video. We should be covering undercarriage and a little bit more pretty soon. Have a great day. Alright, there's several goodies that come with it. It's always nice to have the operational items and components of a car, and this car has it. It's organized, you know, like the power window features in the car, that type of thing, and operational things. Here's the dyno sheet that we talked about under the engine compartment. It's producing 4,800 RPMs. It's producing 366 horsepower and 403 foot-pounds of torque, 404, so 405 we'll call it. Anyway, John's factory 9-inch rear differential is custom fit to the car. The chassis itself has been from the firewall forward boxed and 4-barred in the front, and we're going to cover the undercarriage here with you, or we already have or not. I don't know where I'll put this segment. The Dart cylinder heads on it, and we do have some specs on the engine. It's a standard bore. That's a cold start. Very nice. Definitely a hot rod you can drive. Your little cam in it, 383. Alright, as we talked about, we'll get you the undercarriage and cover it for you. Body off restoration on this car, very nicely done, like we talked about. Definitely the kind of car you can drive, but you might find yourself wiping it off every now and then. Nicely done body color chassis that's been boxed pretty much from forward of the fenders. Has been boxed all the way to the tail. It has parallel leaf springs attached to the chassis. The front's been boxed too from the firewall forward. We'll try and give you a feel here, kind of see if we can zone in and get some light in there. Dual exhaust, 2.5-inch exhaust on it. We took a lot of different undercarriage photo shots. It has chrome gas shocks in the rear, so again, just very easy traditional style hot rod in the back here. Body color chassis and John's Ford 9-inch rear differential on it. Fuel tank painted body color also. Bottom side of the floor pans are basically a Zolatone type finish that's body color. Not overdone, just right, so you can definitely drive it. The inside of the fenders themselves are finished in a lizard skin kind of material. I know it's a little bit dark. Then that'll kind of help a little bit from rock stars and that kind of thing. There's currently no stars in it. You'll see where the leaf springs, it's got multi-leaf springs, and you can see those are Teflon pocketed springs, so they're probably posies or something like that. Has drum brakes in the rear. Kind of nice to have a clean garage floor so I don't always get a lift. In this case, I didn't need one. I've been laying down underneath this and really studying it. Nice little car. Blacked out mufflers, 2.5-inch exhaust, just basic 2.5-inch, but it's got a nice sound to it. The transmission cooler, it's got a 700 R4 in it. You'll see the factory frame rails. It's an 18 VIN car. He's wrapped the exhaust in key places where he felt heat may be an issue. It has a dual reservoir master cylinder in it. Disc brakes up front, big disc brakes. There's the Sanderson long tube headers. The front end's still it's got a dropped axle in it with 4 bars, so they've obviously split the bones. It no longer has a flatty in it. Kind of give you get up front here and kind of give you a little bit better feel. You see the inner aprons and the bottom side of the fenders finished in the lizard skin style finish in it. Has a unisteer rack and pinion steering. Those are nice. These cars are fairly light. They don't need power steering. If they're done right, it just has a nice feel to it. As we go around, look at the undercarriage here. Get up front. Make sure you look at the paint as I go around, is what I was going to say there. I spend a lot of hours on the road, so I get myself rummy from time to time. Dropped axle, chrome gas shocks in the front. See the turn signals there? Again, he does not like oil leaks. This car has no oil drips under it at all. So old school, traditional style suspension in it. A lot of modern touches on this car, the AC. We think you're going to have a pretty good feel. Probably going to be a fairly long video, but it'd be worth you looking at if you're looking for a nice 34. This baby will do the trick. That's for sure. I don't know if I can capture the unisteer here. You can look it up on the web. There's the unisteer rack right there. Again, the long tube headers. By now, we think you get the idea. We definitely want you to go to Spud's Garage. Thanks for listening to me. Hang on for just a little bit more. Have a great day. All right, he's putting it away. You can see the lights here. The rain just started coming down. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching the video. He's taking it to his garage. Could be going to your garage. Make sure you go to Spud's Garage. I'll go get some microfibers and help him wipe it down for you. Have a great day.